So I would say the three factors: punishment, avoidance, and control, right? So the trauma inside of us that makes the guilt and shame so often leads to a desire to punish oneself, right? And the idea that, oh, that was my fault, or I deserve that. Well, what do we do if something is someone's fault and someone now deserves punishment, right? I mean, we punish them, right? We send them to jail, we give them a fine, right? We punish them. And so what we do is punish ourselves, right? And if we tell ourselves we're a loser or this awful thing is going to happen, right? Then part of what we're doing is saying to ourselves, see, right? You deserve that. You're not going to have anything better, right? It's a negative, it's a very negative way that the brain tries to make us, in a sense, do better by hurting us more for the things that we couldn't and shouldn't have been able to, weren't expected to control in the first place, right? The second is distraction. As you said, anger, that kind of fantasy can distract us from affect, feeling, and emotion that can be much more negative. You know, anger, it can be more gratifying than certainly than guilt or shame, although guilt and shame can serve a punishment purpose. But if anger is directed also towards ourselves, right, then it can serve punishment too. So punishment, avoidance, and the sense of control, that if you think ahead to something awful that you're imagining is going to happen, well, maybe that will let you avoid it, right? I mean, you can see the brain here, in a sense, really confused. I mean, part of the brain wants to punish, part of the brain doesn't want to think about it at all, and part of the brain wants to make it better. And then how all of that resolves if we're not aware that, hey, this is in the context of our brains being deeply impacted by trauma. So what's going on here is all maladaptive, right? Because these negative fantasies of the future, they may help us feel better about something in the present, but they don't help us make anything better.